So there we were on our normal Tuesday bike ride.
And then something happened that's never happened before.
What's that, Hutchie?
It was quite freakish. Donnie was actually leading the bike ride. It's never happened before. And then all of a sudden, I just blacked out. Apparently had a sudden cardiac arrest and collapsed. Donnie jumped in, got some bystanders, rang Triple-O, and basically then this happened.
Ambulance emergency, what town or suburb?
Hello, Eleanor Road and Big Creek Reserve Park. Yes, hold on, I think he might stop breathing.
Okay. Is he awake? Stay with me. Is he awake?
Yes. No, he's not.
He's not. Now, is he breathing?
No, he's not.
Stay with me. Okay. All right. Now I'm organising some help. Stay with me. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, is there a defibrillator available?
No, there's not.
There's not. Okay.
No.
Now, listen carefully. I'm going to tell you how to do resuscitation. Okay. Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone in the centre of the chest, right between the nipples. Now place your other hand on top of that hand. Now pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second and 5 centimetres deep. Okay? Until help can take over. Now count out loud and I'll count with you, okay? And let me know when the ambulance is with you.
I can hear it.
Okay. Now if there's someone can keep an eye out for it and wave them over.
Yes, they are. They are.
Thank you for that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're doing a good job there. Keep going and don't stop until they take over, okay?
Okay, Hutch.
Now, the paramedics with you, yes?
Paramedics are here now, yeah.
Okay, look, I'll let you go to speak to them. All the best. Thank you.
As you can imagine, it's pretty surreal listening to the ambulance come to your own emergency situation. I was clinically dead for 18 minutes, so pretty happy that Donnie jumped in with the bystanders to start CPR. I was then taken to Royal North Shore Hospital. I was lucky enough to have a police escort, and I don't know if you know what a green corridor is.
Green corridor? You know?
It's where all the lights go green and for,
dignitaries,
royalty,
presidents,
prime ministers, all that sort of stuff. Well, I didn't get a green corridor.
No, he did not get a green corridor. No one took any notice at all.
But look, I got to Royal North Shore Hospital. I was put into an induced coma. I was in hospital for 2 weeks they were trying to work out actually what had happened and why I had a cardiac arrest, because fit, healthy guy. At the end of those 2 weeks, I had implanted in my chest my own internal defibrillator. I don't
know if you can see that.
Yeah,
Are you going to show everyone? There we go. Look at that.
There.
It's about the size of a Zippo lighter in his chest.
James Bond cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
But very lucky to have that defibrillator because it's kind of an insurance policy.
And multi-purpose too. Like it actually works as a near-field charger too. You can charge your phone.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you probably can. And we've also heard that if you've got the right leads, you could top up your Tesla.
No, you can't. So the good thing is I got it implanted on my birthday. So took all the pressure off for Donnie now.
I've been celebrating that birthday ever since. Now, look, if you haven't already got a sense, Hutch, I'm Donald, he's Hutch.
Well,
what?
His name is Don, but he now insists I call him my hero.
And this is Hutch, of course, who we refer to as the survivor.
Slave.
No, you're not my slave. You don't owe me anything. If you
If
haven't got a sense already, just in this short time we've been talking to you, we are great mates. And this incident, ordeal, has brought us even closer. And we very consciously look at the lighter side of what happened to us, because we honestly believe that people learn when they're having fun. So it's an absolute conscious choice, but in no way do we take away the seriousness of what happened to Hutch, having a sudden cardiac arrest, or the seriousness of this whole topic and the importance of saving lives. It's just a conscious choice to have a bit of fun with it.
I certainly was very lucky that there were 4 bystanders jumped in. Tim jumped in, who'd just recently been CPR certified.
That's right. I actually hadn't done any training for 25 years, so I felt very much in the deep end.
Tim jumped in and did the compressions. You drew the short straw.
I did. That's right. He got in compression, so that means I had to give Hutch mouth to mouth, which I can tell you is a horrendous experience. Within about 2 breaths, I'd realised he'd obviously eaten garlic bread or a rang-dang curry or something.
Anyway,
still can't get that taste out of my mouth.
The good news was that I don't remember any of that because I was what they call clinically dead. But I did wake up the next morning in hospital, coming out of a coma with quite a bit of patch rash.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And,
I've already apologised. I
yeah.
did not have time to shave. Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, So that's our story. That's what happened to us, and now we're all about paying it forward and helping more people get CPR, not necessarily CPR certified, but certainly CPR friendly.
Well, after our experience, our shared experience, we very quickly realised how important resuscitation and CPR skills are. You know, never in a million years did we think, as most people, that you would need them. And as we started to research, we actually found that the statistics in Australia and most of the world are terrible, aren't they, Hutch?
I was one of the lucky 9%.
Yeah, only 9% of people who have a sudden cardiac arrest survive, which is just a terrible situation.
So we thought, well, what can we do? Because we're one of the lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones to have survived. I feel like we're on extended time. So we researched what resources are out there. We looked at YouTube videos, and then we spoke to some of the bigger organisations who are doing CPR training. There seemed to be a bit of a gap between, gee, I need to get certified, or I just need some basic skills that's going to help me be able to jump in, and any attempt is better than no attempt, is the mantra of the Resuscitation Council. So we thought there was a gap in the middle of the market whereby we could bring some of our key skills to the training and education.
Hutch is actually has won Educator of the Year and is a conference speaker.
Donnie's a very accomplished corporate comedian and MC. So between the two of us, we thought, well, we want to make CPR training seems to be it's no sort of disrespect to CPR trainers, but it seems to be quite earnest, and it's I'm not going to say boring, but I just did. But we wanted to make it fun, because we're very much of the belief that people learn better if they're having fun and being entertained.
I mean, there only seems to be very few reasons that people go out to get CPR trained. Isn't it, Hutch?
Either it's because they've had a personally relevant experience for themselves, like our family and friends all got CPR trained.
Well, actually the whole thing that kicked CPR Friendly off was the fact we went, holy dooly, we want our close friends and our family and relatives to have these skills, because in actual fact, in about 90% of the cases, this will happen to a friend. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen to a friend or a family member.
80%.
80%, sorry.
Yeah.
And so we thought, well, let's put a barbecue on, invite all of our friends over to my place. And I had a mate who was actually a trainer in first aid, and we got to run our own session to try and upskill all of our family and friends.
Yeah. So people either get CPR trained because it's personally relevant, or they have to for certification. Nurses, teachers, personal trainers, physios, all that sort of stuff. So there was a huge gap in the market for the amount of people who were CPR trained, or what we call CPR friendly. Only 26% of Australians are CPR friendly. And we say, look, you don't need to get CPR certified, just get CPR friendly and you can do it in minutes. So we first ran a CPR friendly barbecue at Donnie's place. Then in my street, we ran our first CPR friendly street party, invited all the neighbours and did some CPR training there, got the local surf club, and then we realised how important defibrillators were, raised money in the street to get our own defibrillator. So I've got a defibrillator in my chest, I've got one in the back of the car, we've now got one in our street. And then it just took off from there. Other streets started, we helped facilitate other streets to make it friendly and enjoyable to get CPR training, and then we've done associations, clubs, corporates. This month we're doing a retirement village. We're doing another street party. Yesterday we did Probuses
last month.
Yeah, just yesterday we did a corporate for Roche Pharmaceutical, and through them they help. They're the only ones that the only way we fund ourselves, because we do all the events for free in communities. And from there, in fact, COVID has probably been advantageous to us, because it's pushed us to create our CPR friendly webinars, which are all free.
You can do them at any time? Yep.
Yep, you can go on to Cpr Friendly.org. We have, believe it or not, we have a 5-second CPR training. We've got a 15-second CPR training, a 3-minute, a 10-minute, a half an hour, and a 45-minute an hour. And these are all free, and they're all done with a bit of fun, so it's more engaging and interesting. But we really cut through and teach people the key skills of CPR and the importance of a defibrillator. So that's really what CPR Friendly is all about, trying to save more lives by empowering communities to get CPR friendly, not necessarily CPR certified. Well, we looked at a lot of the stats and saw that a survival rate, out-of-hospital survival rates for cardiac arrest were only 9% in Australia, whereas in places like Seattle, it's 62% survival rate. The main reason for that is they have a much higher training of people who get CPR friendly. They've got also more access to public defibrillators. Whereas in Australia, it's much lower percentage of people who are CPR friendly, only 26%, and at the moment we have a much lower percentage of public access defibrillators.
I mean, couple this with the fact that in these emergency situations, unfortunately 70% of bystanders say they feel unconfident and not knowing what to do. So we were linking the 62 and the 70 and going, how do we get people at least just feeling confident
to jump in as a bystander? And if you realise that every 20 minutes someone is going to have die of a sudden cardiac arrest in Australia, people go, it's not going to happen to me. So this is one of the things that stops people getting a bit more CPR friendly. They think it's a bit boring, CPR,
and the time probably they think, it's going to take a lot of time to get the skills.
Time is a barrier, motivation is a barrier, and money for many people is a barrier. We've tried to break through all of those things by making the motivation, well, it's fun and easy to do with us, because we're in a unique position that we can take the piss out of each other, because he's my mate of 20 years. And
now, because I've saved his life, he's got to mow my lawn, do most of my washing, everything. It's really a good deal.
He's even running a competition. He's actually got the T-shirts.
A competition of how many lives we can save. I don't know if you can see this. Currently the score is 1-0 in my favour. He's got nada nicks up his sleeve.
Note to self: make sure Donnie doesn't get a T-shirts done. So we said, okay, how do we know?
How can we get more people CPR friendly quickly to bring this statistic
in
down?
a fun, simple way?
Yeah.
So with our unique backgrounds and our unique relationship of first responder and survivor,
walking cadaver, as I like to call him. Yep.
We created all these micro trainings because people don't have time. So, you can do it in 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 3 minutes, or the 45-minute webinar if you really want to get into it. It's all free. It's all fun. It's our way of paying it back, and we want to change the stats so that we're actually saving more lives, because I'm in a very lucky position to have my life saved. So we want to together we founded cprfriendly.org, using our skill set to make it fun and make it easy and make it simple for people to get CPR friendly, not necessarily CPR certified.
Well, I think the response has been overwhelmingly good from anyone who has partaken of either our live training sessions or our online training sessions. We have been...
Because it's free and it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We've done it for Probus clubs. We have done trainings for retirement villages. We've hooked up with Surf Life Saving Clubs and run a series of trainings, community trainings, which they've invited people into.
We've supplied defibrillator to the Wiggles for their touring team.
Yeah.
We're just really trying to get more people CPR friendly and more public defibrillators out there. So we help people actually host their own CPR friendly events, as well as having all the resources and tools online. And so you can contact us and we'll help you provide you with your own hosting kit and all the resources, invites, flyers, all that sort of stuff, if you want to host your own, and we help project manage that for you. Because we've now got the CPR friendly webinar, anyone anywhere can can run their own training session, and we even provide the best way to get a $50 mannequin if you want to run one in your own club or at home, all that sort of thing.
There is no reason why you can't get CPR friendly in 45 minutes in a fun and engaging way.
Yeah, I mean the webinar just last month we've had over 300 people attend our online webinar, so feedback's been great, and hopefully we're helping save more lives.
And no one is too young or too old to do this training. Everyone needs it.
We have, we've trained, helped refresh people on their CPR skills, even 90-year-olds, right through to kids under 10.
Yeah.
So even just learning the basics like ringing 000, and they will guide you through the process, is the fundamental. For the 90-year-olds, it's even been things like how do they do the compressions if they don't have the strength. And we'll even show them things like, you can actually do it by holding onto a chair and doing compressions with your foot.
Yeah.
I think Donnie's...
if you have a look here, you can see that's what you can do as well for those that don't feel they've got the strength or can't even get on the ground to do compressions. This is a very viable way to help
some simple tools that'll help people, give people more confidence. So as you can see by that image, you want to pop that up again?
Sure.
Donnie's actually looking for a leg shaving cream and razor sponsor, or waxing. Leg waxing would be useful as well. So are they Julius Marlowe slippers?
I don't know, Hutch, because they're your legs, your shoes, and you own them. So
Anyway.
You are just
Anyway,
unkindly attacking me for no reason.
Anyway, next question. So I think how CPR Friendly has helped people to date, and we've really only been going since 2019, is it's really given people more confidence to be able to jump in as first responders and geared them up if anything does go wrong. So it's also, I think, really improving people's awareness of defibrillators, because I think still people have got this stigma around defibrillators and not realising that cardiac compressions really only sustain and maintain life, keep oxygenated blood to the brain, whereas a defibrillator is the only thing that's going to reboot a heart after a cardiac arrest. So we've all really been about raising awareness, but giving people some really fun tools. And I think moving forward...
I suppose our real goal, knowing that it doesn't have to be this way, because places like Seattle are leading the way, why can't Australia, why can't Sydney become the Seattle of Australia? Why can't we try and lift the awareness and once again just make sure everyone knows, has the confidence that be confident enough that any attempt is better than no attempt at all in these situations. And
off the back of that, we say that any training is better than no training. So really just, our 5-second training is ring 000. The 15-second training
is ring 000 and make sure you know how to do cardiac compressions, 30 compressions to 2 breaths.
And get a defibrillator. And so on and so on. So just those basics. Knowing that a defibrillator, you just turn it on and it'll prompt you what to do, can save lives.
It's idiot-proof. Even an idiot can operate one.
Yeah, great. So our vision for the future is how do we get more communities involved, understanding that we can provide them free resources to get free training, free refresher courses, and how do we leverage out more around getting everyone anywhere access to our free CPR friendly webinars, which are fun and entertaining. Even to the point here,
we'll introduce you to one of the stars in the training.
One of the stars of our show.
Yeah, is of course Pirate Pete.
Pirate Pete.
One of our mannequins here. Now Hutch writes most of the material that we present, and he always wants me to do this. Okay, I'm sorry. So how do you resuscitate a pirate? You give him CPR. I apologise. That he makes me do it every time. It's in my contract.
Donnie's real job is kids' parties, under 5 especially.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So fun things like that. With all our mannequins, we dress them up. We've got Pirate Pete, we've got Bonkers the Clown, Queen Elizabeth, and
Bevan
the Bogan.
Bevan, although he's normally
Centrelink.
Well, either that or replacing the extractors on his Tirana. So it's hard to get him for a gig. Yeah.
So we're all about sharing the love and sharing the awareness around CPR and defibrillators,
Yep.
and getting that out as much as possible, and really just trying to tap into some more corporates who want to have a fun approach to saving lives for their people. And in doing so, we can help spread the love through the community for free.